What's going on, everybody? This is Lady Luck. Oh man, we got a great show tonight. Oh, let's get to it. You guys, come on in. I'll start when there's some people coming through. Let's get some music on. All right. What's going on? What's going on? Come on in, guys. I am so ready for the show tonight. I was going to go over Lawrence Gardner's full lawsuit. I pretty much have the entire case docket, except for one motion filed by the defendant for motion to dismiss in the Lawrence Gardner's lawsuit. But I'm gonna go over that tomorrow because it's like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 documents in that case docket. So I want to be able to take my time and just focus on that and go through each one. So we'll do that in a separate live stream. And I want to do it live. I don't want to do a pre-recorded video. But thank you all for tuning in. Thank you so much. As you come in, please hit that like button. Hope everybody had a good day, a good week this week. We got Mother's Day coming up. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. Hopefully you guys can hear and see me. The stream is not acting up on me right now. Thank God. So make sure you guys come in and please hit that like button. Please hit that like button. That's going to keep this content at the forefront. Yes, indeedy. How's everybody doing? Okay. Let me get this started here. All right. I hope you guys were able to. What's going on? Hey, Road Tripping, how you doing? Got 11 people in. Yeah. Hi, my good friend LLC. What's going on, Jedi Clown? How you doing? Got a good show tonight. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button on the way in. I appreciate you guys for tuning in. You guys are fantastic. I'm going to work on the members only video tonight and the video regarding Jedi's federal lawsuit in Flint against the Flint Council. That live stream video, I had to edit it and then do a premiere on it, but that's going to be going to the members only after tomorrow night. So enjoy that video while you can. If you're not a member, please consider becoming a member. Thank you all for your support here in the LLC. What's going on? Hey, she's taking Jones. Hello, how you doing? That's a good profile name. That's a good one. She's taking Jones. All righty. Y'all make sure y'all hit that like button. 21 in. Let me know if you can hear and see well, because Lord knows I don't want the same problems from the last live. Could barely do the court documents. You know, like something in the cosmos or something trying to keep me from doing that damn lawsuit. But whatever. We're here. We got it done. Jedi was jamming last night. I didn't get the chance to see his live stream from last night, but I will. I just did my live was so late and I was so tired. I had to work today, pick the kids up. And the live stream I did earlier was just kind of like the ride along with me type of video. So it wasn't going to be long either way. So yeah. Hey Carolyn, how you doing? Yeah, I'm gonna check out his video tonight. I'll have a little bit more time. Plus it's Mother's Day. Yeah, I got my babies, my kids. You know, I want to be able to they want to watch some Daryl Mays videos. I don't know. He's another YouTuber. I don't know if you guys have heard of him. But he is an awesome content creator and just funny as hell. He has a couple characters he does. He's just funny. So the kids love that channel and they definitely enjoy the three of us being able to sit down and just have a good time and laugh at the Pop's character. So what's going on, Carolyn? What's going on? You took my advice and got that chair. Yeah, I did. I sure did. Welcome to the $400 studio. I've been so busy. I haven't even been able to get with RTs to figure out those emojis, the emotes. I still haven't been able to touch bases with RTs on that. So, oh man, y'all inside, I see and hear you clearly. Awesome. 32 people watching. Hit the like button. Don't be afraid to say hello. You know, you got to be active in the chat and all that good stuff with YouTube. They have the weirdest parameters. This algorithm is something else. All right. I want to get started. I don't want to have you guys online too long with me, but we are going to go over Stephanie Wiedeman's lawsuit. I know it showed up on the meeting agenda for the first official Dolton meeting that was on this past Monday, and we got it. We're gonna go over it. What's going on, Alonzo? How you doing? Howdy, mommy. How you doing? What's happening here? Hey, Angie. Thank you all for tuning in. I'm seeing a lot of new names and faces and everything. This is awesome. Keep it coming. Let's see. All right. Let's get started. All right. So the first thing I want to kind of touch on is the status update for Squidworth case. Because the slimy tentacles just couldn't keep his hands to himself or off of a phone. So we all know he's been charged with felony theft, and he was picked up a couple weeks ago, went to jail. We went over that video, and I have not been able to get my hands on the actual court documents yet, probably because this is a felony charge and a criminal matter. I don't know, but we want to try again now that I have the Pacer account working. Yay! All right. Happy Mother's Day. Before I forget, happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. Thank you so much. I appreciate that, by the way. Thank you so much. So, Squidworth. Y'all see the case number here? 25C as in cat or criminal. 660-33301. And I know the last case that was open, the previous one, right before this, the case number itself was just off. It was missing some components like this letter here that indicates what type of case it is. So you usually see the case number starting with the year. C is criminal, CV, I think is civil matter or civil procedure. And then, of course, the actual following numbers itself. This is the people of the state of Illinois versus Demarkus Squidworth Criggley. So the next court date he has coming up is May 27, 2025. And this is going to be by JO Judicial Officer Pittman. And then you guys can see the information here. So pretty much the status, the activities that's occurred, going back to the hearing he had on April 25th, there was a motion for a continuance, of course. I don't know why. I mean, he said he can afford a lawyer. What are you doing? Admonish as to trial and absent. Motion for discovery. Of course, they want to get, discovery materials and stuff. Defendant arraigned. Appearance filed. That was, by the attorney. So they filed an appearance, for representation. Defendant in court, which was basically him showing up in person for court. And then, of course, the court sheet. So I just can't wait till they get to a point where they actually start having hearings to kind of go over the actual case, the charges itself. If it's just felony theft of a phone, it should not be that complex. But I already gave my theory on what I think, this was all about. I think it was just more so of a matter to try to get, get him to talk with the feds. That's my theory. I'm entitled to that opinion. All right. So that's pretty much the status of the case with Squidworth. All of her goons are going to start talking after a while anyway. They're going to start talking either way. And then he's a grown man. You grown man, Squidworth. Why did you take somebody's phone? Like, what was the purpose in that? And William Moore, why did y'all take somebody's phone? I mean, if you don't know the passwords or anything, you're not going to be able to get in it. So what good or what use was that phone to you? That's what's so stupid about this. Stupid about Squidworth being charged with this. It was this well deserved, but just the thought of him taking somebody's phone. You're a grown man. What you gonna do with that phone? Other than sell it. There's a tracker on it. So, try to do that. It'll easily be pinpoint. Does that tracker still work on those iPhones when it's dead? Like if it goes dead, can you still ping it? I would assume no. Yeah, I don't have an iPhone. I don't do I don't do Apple. I'm not giving my money. Hey Laura, how you doing? Michael, how you? Happy Mother's Day. Happy Mother. Thank you so much. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. Oh no, you didn't. What's going on, Michael? What a rough day. Was it? It's it was busy for me. Like next thing I knew, it was like 3:00 almost time to get the kids out of school. But it was something. This week has just been busy. But you guys already know I'm going to be doing more content tomorrow. If you haven't noticed, the live stream scheduled to premiere on the P. Diddy cartoons. Y'all, Night and Day Cartoon Network are awesome. So that's going to be premiering tonight at 11 p.m. Eastern Standard. So I hope you guys are able to catch that. It's just for comedic relief. I don't want to cover P. Diddy, case like that because he's just disgusting. But at the very least, we can get a good laugh out of him. So that's what we're going to do. Michael said when Tiffany's gone, we're going to lose a lot of great videos to watch. No, I still do other content, but I understand what you're saying though. I understand what you're saying, but I'm going to cover her, when she gets indicted. I'm going to cover all of that. So I'm going to report on her until she goes to prison. And then after that, I'm incorporating other reportings that I'm doing, maintaining the case for the twins that were found deceased in Georgia. The judge just under JQC investigation here in Fulton County in Georgia. She's facing 15 charges. So I have a playlist so far. I think I've done about 4 or 5 videos on her. And her case is actually scheduled for hearings this month and next month. She's got like 5 hearings. So we're going to be monitoring and reporting on each of those hearings. These corrupt judges got to go, especially when they come off like they're incompetent. Jesus Christ. So we're going to be monitoring that case. And of course, matter with the twins. And I know Miss Mandy wanted to do a collab. So we're definitely going to try to get that going and set up. I want to definitely get one with Queen Bee and, just a couple others that, want to do a joint collab. I don't mind doing that at all. I enjoy it. So let's, Jen should have brought casket. Brought the casket there. What do you mean the casket to in front of the judge's house? It's an investigation. Oh man. So there's a video of him being released. We have time, we'll watch that, video after I go through the lawsuit. Jen, do you think she get jail time? Yeah, hey Jillian, how you doing? Yeah. If she's indicted, she's definitely getting prison time. I think, many aspects of her, the allegations and what the FBI is actually investigating is similar to that Alex Nitchoff, who was the CEO or the owner of that Oak Construction, O8KK Instruction. The one she sacrificed, just her whole brain and soul to sign checks with only one signature, which was unlawful. She risked just violating laws to give him a check for some reason. And he's in prison for 5 years. And that's on a plea deal. He has a plea deal and he's still in prison for 5 years. So that's something else. Let's get to it. We move forward with this. I want to kind of just touch on the meeting agenda that was from Wednesday. Monday was the swearing ceremony. My bad, I got that mixed up. Wednesday was the first official board meeting with the new mayor and the trustees and he who will not be named and Easter suit. So If you scroll down to, let's see here, the discussion and action portion here. This is where you see the lawsuits and stuff that they're, you know, having to decide upon, appointments, hiring of like chief of staff, media director, um, negotiations with AT&T. All those good things are here in this section. If you guys scroll down, you'll see these cases being cited here. So, uh-oh, I do. Oh God, how did I get that? Hold on a second, y'all. I'm trying to get rid of this. I don't even know what the heck happened. Okay, there we go. Scroll down, and then you will see Stephanie Wiedeman v. Dolton at al 1 24 CV 00543. That's the case number. So this is a potential settlement that they were, I guess trying to discuss. I don't know what the I haven't gone over her lawsuit yet, so I don't know what the actual judgment amount she's seeking. But she does have a case against Dolton. So, and just to clear up and make sure everybody understands, she's a trustee in Thornton Township. But I think the circumstances to what led to the lawsuit, we're about to find out. So let's get to it. This is a federal lawsuit in the Northern District of Illinois, Eastern Division. Before I start on that, I just want to make sure I get some more comments in. Come on, Jed is a frauditor. He got case in every state he go. This must be you must be the troll. What are you doing? Because I know that's not the real Laura. I know it's not. Why do you have an account with her name? You be original. Come up with something else. You're gonna really cop out with Laura, right? I'm a clown the trolls. Target practice. This is the creativity that you have here to come out the Laura Wreck of all people. Why? It don't make no sense. At least be creative. Put your title name is dumbass standing or something. I don't know. You can get more creative than that. You got a whole troll account name after Laura Wreck. Leave that woman alone. She ain't done none of these trolls. I'm tell you that right now. And I am gonna have fun clowning. That's it. You got troll up in here. We got troll, y'all. That is not the real Laura Rock. Correct. I know. She told me earlier that there was a troll with her same name. So I'm gonna make sure trolls they get laughed at. You get laughed at. I'm glad you were bold enough to leave a comment, but you're gonna get clowned. You're gonna get clowned. You'll learn. They'll learn. If they need a lawyer, they should call Mr. Rogers. It's a beautiful day in the neighborhood. A beautiful day for living. Would you be mine? All righty. Let's see. John Benjamin, so stupid, is having Mother's Day giveaway. Yes. What? I forget that. You know what? I want to pull that up right quick. I know that AK Cole. Yeah, AK Cole. He has the post up. I'm gonna pull that up. This is something else, y'all. I told you all. She doesn't know how to transition. She doesn't know how to take rejection. She doesn't know how to catch a clue and get a hint when no one wants her. It's like she doesn't care. She's just forcing herself on people. I told you all the last time she did a food drive on Easter. I said, listen, here's what you do. If you don't like her, you didn't vote for her, just keep your windows up, pop the trunk, and let them put the food boxes in the trunk. And you can still grab what really belongs to you, drive off, and you can tell her to kiss your ass on the way out. The Lady Luck class said, go to hell. Hey, that's my message to her. Kick rocks. All the pain and agony she caused everybody. I'm trying to find his post. Oh yeah, and also the Pope. The Pope is from Dolton, Illinois. The Pope. Y'all reshared this post. I think that's just absolutely amazing. Is it in his shorts? There it is. There it is. Okay. I'm gonna show this right quick. Oh no, let's
in the board. I'm feeding the people. They put me in office and treat me like it's illegal to feed the people.
Okay, listen. That's all I can take of that song. Oh, good God. She's going to be doing this fresh produce food box thing on Saturday, which is tomorrow from 12 to 5. More than likely, she's going to say and do something really dumb that we're all going to report on. So brace yourself. Okay. We're going to report on it. I don't really, whatever. We're going to report on it. I've already said a dozen times I'm going to report on her until she go to prison. So I'm here for a while. This is something else. While supplies last. I mean, really. Do they ever fully give away all the boxes? What is the remaining boxes that they can't get rid of go? Where the rest of it goes? I mean, I understand it's coming from the Chicago Food Depository. So when she has these damn, what looks like expensive ass food drives, because who's paying for that? What at the end of the food drive, what happens to the boxes that are remaining? You're talking about fresh produce that need to be refrigerated. That's not being refrigerated here, like eggs, milk, butter, cheese. That stuff need to be refrigerated. Meat. So what happens with the remaining boxes that she can't give away? Is she just taking it home? Because that's what I'm going to assume. Who is funding it? That's the same thing I asked. I saw the actual short come up on my recommendation. I didn't know he had that put that awful song. Yeah, I'm just tired of that song. I'm sick and tired of the damn song. That's a good question, Carolyn. I don't know who's funding it, but I hope to God the trustees deny any of that charge, because this is something she's still doing on her own accord with no approval, because she hasn't been to a meeting. Has she even stepped foot in Thornton Township Town Hall? Has she even been in the building in the last 2-3 weeks? Y'all, she bigly mad. How you doing, Dexter? Welcome in. How you doing? It is, and I just spoke with her. Oh yeah, no, it's not the real Laura. I know. If they auction everything off, who's going to buy Tiffany's wig? Little Miss Piggy. I have a feeling that the Muppets who come to her rescue, Miss Piggy need a whole new wig. Yeah, you can pretty much say who else would just wear something that was on her head. I wouldn't even want to go near those wigs. It's like, ew, cooties. They've been on your scalp. No one wants them wigs, but the Muppets. Good Lord. Yeah, she'll probably give you a wooden nickel too. Yeah, Gillian, I think, we're all kind of wondering who's funding this stuff. What's going on, Trina Waterbill? What's up, LLC? Do you think they'll put the cuffs on her on 520 the day after Napoleon is sworn in? I don't know. I can say right now that's a bit iffy, considering the fact that they're still talking to people, is my understanding. And this was in the last 2-3 weeks, where the article came out about them still having discussions with people, especially the employees, which is why they're sitting here trying to hide under the Whistleblower Act, because everybody want to blow a whistle because they don't want to go to prison. So I just I don't foresee that. I do predict that they'll probably be doing something around next month. But if they continue to question and talk with folks and send out more subpoenas, I want them to do their due diligence. I want it to be just like Alex Nichol, where it doesn't even matter if you get a plea deal, you still facing prison time. That's what I want. I want her to still face prison time regardless. And it should be laughable if she thinks that she'll be able to get a plea deal with no prison time. It should be that laughable. So please take that plea deal if it's offered to you, because I know exactly what you cannot do if you do. I don't want to give her any ideas because I know she watched my videos. Now, I know if you take a plea deal, what you will not be able to do under federal law. So yeah, take the plea deal, girl. Take the plea deal. She needs to still go to jail anyway. But yeah, I'm predicting more like around June. That's just my prediction. I could be wrong. But they are coming. Pay for the food. She steal the money. Hey, ain't no telling. And what's going on, Joyce? I'm just getting in the chat. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you. Shout out to all of the fantastic mods. Hey, Miss Mandy Reacts. You email me, please, so we can schedule something where we can do a collab. Please, please email me. I know I've been busy, but dear God, send me an email and we can schedule something to do a collab. She does you do true crime. I actually love watching true crime. I also I'm a geek. I like watching court hearings. Depends on who's reacting to it. Like if I see Real Law Talk with Mike, yeah, I'm gonna watch it because he's funny. But he's also informative. He's another great content creator who's actually an attorney, and he's in Michigan. Is he in Detroit? Maybe in Chicago. He's in Chicago. No, he's in Chicago. Oh, he's in Illinois. But he's a good attorney. He gives great breakdowns when his reactions. So yeah, definitely. I want to do a collab. So please email me. I can get the mods to drop my email in there just in case. Hit the like button. Thank you so much. You guys consider a membership, subscribe, all those good things. Yeah, Super Stupid is doing another food giveaway. So y'all just make sure if you go, just pop the trunk. You don't owe her conversations. More than likely, based on what happened on Easter, the last time she did that food giveaway thing, hopefully the news go out there and they try to, question her again. She tried to run from the media, because of reasons. You can't escape the media, girl. You just can't. So y'all go out there and get them food boxes. No, I can't do the song. All right. Yeah, that's enough of the song. Oh, good God. Okay, let's go over this lawsuit. Let's go over it. All right. And if it'll let me, come on now. There we go. So y'all hit the like button. All right, and let's get through this. Good evening. Hey, H-Bag, how you doing? Hey, with the money she stole from Dolton Thornton Township. Probably. And then expect them to still cover it on a warrantless. No. Nope. Hopefully they, put their foot down and say, all right, this is enough. No one told you to do that. You're doing all this nonsense on your own. She's a narcissist, gaslighting, showboater. She's not it's not about it anymore. Exactly. Thought she was working at the golf course. Apologies. How you doing? I saw your video came up regarding your live stream you did earlier with Jedi being released. We'll take a look at the video if there's some time left. I don't want to hold you all too long because we're already at 28 minutes. The FBI is still in ongoing investigation. It might take more than a year because she's on the indictment. I don't think it's going to take that much longer. I mean, because the evidence is, the longest part is getting subpoenas to try to get evidence from like banks and credit card companies because, they don't have receipts for a lot of stuff she bought. Or who, even like Robert Hunt using credit cards he shouldn't be using. I didn't see many receipts attached. So that's just me. But I'm kind of predicting June. But you know what? We'll find out. We'll see. As long as it comes. As long as the indictment comes. Hey, Buck Baby, how you doing? Thank you all for tuning in. Thank you so much. It's not a secret. We all know she's gonna be on the indictment. And you realize she's having the food drive at the same time as Dalton's house party tomorrow. You know what? I did not think about that. When I came home, y'all, I was literally trying to get the kids situated. I did a video earlier with the animated videos on P. Diddy so I could just laugh at them. And then started the live stream. So I didn't even notice. It's Saturday, 12 to 5. So is it at the same time too? It better not be at the same location. What's his address for? 333. That's at Thornton Township, right? Isn't that Thornton Township address? 333 East 162nd Street, South Holland. Isn't that the Thornton Township Town Hall? Hey, Dobie, how you doing? Love your channel. Thank you. Thank you so much. You guys make sure you hit the like button. 181 people watching. I know you all want to get to this lawsuit. I remember last time she gave away, lady said I didn't vote. Yeah, she did. Yep, that was epic. That's what I said. Y'all don't have to be scared of her. You can go out there and get them food boxes. You don't even have to talk to her. You don't have to roll down your window. Just pop the trunk and signal for them to put it in the trunk. Because I did see that. I did see a few people have food boxes put in their trunk and they still spoke their mind. Because that's y'all stuff. I mean, it's not her. She's not paying for the stuff out of her pocket. So yeah, go get free food. Then you can flip off when you're driving away. I'm telling y'all right now, I would do that and would sleep peacefully. Wouldn't even bother me. She's gonna be in line to get a food box soon. Yeah. All right, let's get to it. Let's get to the lawsuit here. All right, case number 24-CB-00543. This is filed in the Northern District of Illinois, Eastern Division. Stephanie Wiedeman versus Super Stupid, individually and in her official capacity as mayor. The village of Dolton, which is why this showed up on the meeting agenda. Dolton Police Officer S. Hobson, Dolton Police Detective J. Defries, and Dolton Police Sergeant M. Harris. I don't think I've seen or heard of M. Harris, but this was filed back on January 22nd of 24. All right, the complaint. Plaintiff Stephanie Wiedeman, by and through attorneys Belinda Power of Westtown Law Office and Madeline Townsend of the Law Office of Madeline Townsend, complains against defendants. And I read the defendants off. So for the sake of brevity, I don't want to keep reading all the defendants out. So we'll say defendants. You guys can see there. I'm going to zoom in a little bit more. There we go. Is that better? Got to zoom in a little bit. You guys can see the words and stuff. Also, if you have a YouTube channel, please drop it in the chat. Can someone please drop No Apologies YouTube channel in the chat for me? Who else? Miss Mandy Reacts. Please drop your YouTube channel in the chat. You guys don't even have to wait for me to say it. Just go ahead and drop it in there. Just drop it in there. I don't mind supporting the other content creators, especially if you're doing some good work. States as following: plaintiff Stephanie Wiedeman is a resident of Thornton, Illinois, in Cook County. Defendant, Village of Dolton, is a municipal corporation duly incorporated under Illinois law, is an employer and principal of defendant officers. Dolton is being sued on a Monell theory of liability, as well as on an indemnification theory of liability for defendant officers and defendant Dum. I refuse to say her name at this point. Super Stupid is mayor of Dolton, supervisor Thornton Township, resident of Cook County, in the Northern District. These times, currencies. Super Stupid is acting in her official capacity and under color of law. She's being sued in both her individual and official capacities. And then, of course, defendants Hobson, Defries, and Harris are employed as law enforcement officers by Dolton. And we're acting within the course and scope of their employment under the color of law. So the jurisdiction and venue is proper, considering their residential addresses. They reside in Cook County. This being a federal lawsuit, it's in the Eastern Division for the Northern District Court of Illinois. So that's pretty much what that means there. It's just kind of affirming you're in the right court. All right, here's the facts of the case. Because, this is the juicy stuff. Weedman has been a resident of Cook County since 1980. She started working for Thornton Township in 2002 and worked in various positions with the townships until March 2022. The village of Dolton is in Thornton Township. Dolton holds bi-monthly meetings for the Dolton Board of Trustees, which runs the village in coordination with the Dolton mayor. Meetings are open to the public. Members of the public are allowed to attend and to comment during specified public comment sections. So this, I know when I first started reporting on this, one of the things I said when I was, seeing some of the meetings where people's First Amendment rights were being completely shattered. That one of the first things I said is, I hope you all do not allow them to continue to infringe upon your free speech. And we all know she had Dolton police officers in her back pocket, weaponized them for all the wrong reasons. Now Lacey Potato Head is facing bankruptcy charge and everything else in between. More than likely we'll have the IRS coming for him. But he decided to be a flunky. These people who chose to follow her, because some didn't, the ones who did, they chose to do it. They could have easily said, kick rocks. You can't get us all. Especially if you were a trustee. She couldn't fire you. You have to be either voted in, voted out. So, let's see here. I'm gonna get back to this. Hey, Bobo, how you doing? You all right? Happy Mother's Day to you all. Yeah, I hope you're doing okay, Bobo. Happy early Mother's Day. Thank you all so much for that, and happy Mother's Day to you all as well. Hey, Candia, how you doing? Happy early Mother's Day. Thank you so much, and to you as well. Tell you I love your jeans. Who's jeans? I think that's somebody else. 207 people watching. Y'all make sure you hit the like button. I remember Stephanie was arrested. It was the key trustees in Dolton. Really? Okay, we're gonna get to that point. We're gonna get to it. As a politically engaged resident of Thornton Township, plaintiff frequently attends these meetings and shares her thoughts on matters of public concern during the public comment section, which she tried to alter. She didn't allow public, like they didn't do like a Q&A or anything. She didn't want people asking questions, which is still a violation of the First Amendment. You cannot tell someone how to express their free speech. So whether they make a statement, declaration, or ask a question, that is the form of expression of their free speech. You do not get to dictate that. So I don't even understand how this was even allowed. Oh Lord, y'all, the Delgado law firm just screwed up everybody. All right. Super stupid elected mayor of Dolton becomes center of controversy. So we're at paragraph 13, February 21. Super stupid was elected to the mayor of Village of Dolton. Her first year as mayor, she took a number of actions which generated substantial controversy, such as forming her own personal security detail of 3 full-time Dolton police officers paid for by the Village of Dolton, decreasing the number of officers available for routine law enforcement, which is another reason why they need to be overhauled. That's it. For this reason and many, many others, they need to be overhauled. Because, I mean, how do you know who to trust in the Dolton Police Department? Especially if you still have some carryover from the ones that sat here and refused to grow a spine and stand up to this girl. They need a completely overhaul. Use the public funds to pay for billboards prominently featuring her name and image, altering the advertising for local Dolton public events, and programs to prominently feature her name and image, and using public funds to pay for personal travel, including a lavish trip to Las Vegas for her. December 8, 2021, the Board of Trustees voted to call a recall election against her to be held on June 28, 2022. In the June 28, 2022 recall election, Dolton voters voted to remove her from office. She remained in office, however, as the election result was invalidated by Illinois courts on procedural grounds. So you all see this? The procedural grounds being that there was supposed to be a 2-part vote. It's supposed to be a vote to vote on her being removed, and then a vote for her to be removed. And that did not happen. And even the judge cited in the court documents, I think there was an appeal, but the judge cited that this is not the fault of the trustees. It really is the fault of the village attorney that did not fully advise the trustees of the rules and the law on a proper recall. You know, because the attorneys were acting like they were just kind of her pets sitting in her lap dogs. which is why Delgado Group sucks. So instead of them being neutral and impartial, they took sides. And unfortunately, they took the wrong side. And it kind of screwed the whole process up when they refused to give them the legal advice they were paying the Delgado law firm, a law group, to provide to both the executive position and the legislative position or branch, which is the trustees. They were supposed to be neutral in that, and they weren't. Plaintiff expressed her belief that the mayor is misusing her office to enrich herself and her political allies and has misappropriated public funds for her own private gain. Plaintiff's post, while at times highly critical of the mayor, contained nothing that could be reasonably construed as threats or intimidation. Despite this, the mayor has repeatedly portrayed plaintiff's criticism as a threat to her safety and the safety of her family. Super stupid. You are a complete moron who should have never been elected in the first place. You have always been loud and ghetto as hell. And when you decided to sell your soul to Lucifer, you gave him your brain for free as a 2-for-1, $4.99 special. The end. That's my criticism. I wish the hell you would call that a threat. What a punk she is. This is crazy. Weaponize the police department, but oh no, mean words hurt. Get out of here. You kidding me? Yeah. Oh Lord. So the mayor accused plaintiff of trying to intimidate her when plaintiff attended a Dolton Board of Trustees meeting and looked at the defendant mayor. Defendant mayor accused plaintiff of harassment for posting critical comments in a local Facebook group. That's free speech. Kick rocks. Defendant mayor accused plaintiff of stalking her based on plaintiff's attendance at public board meetings and events hosted by this mayor. Wait, what? Should I realize that the town hall is accessible to the public? She comes to board meetings and now she's stalking you like somehow you're that important. Y'all see why I call her super stupid? Unbelievable. This narcissism is on steroids with her. Oh, Lord. Dum has treated plaintiff's speech critical of defendant mayor and plaintiff's attendance at open government events as if they were a campaign dedicated to harass, stalk, and threaten defendant mayor's life and that of her family. Yeah, because somehow you not being able to live day by day while you spend tax dollars to go out of town. It's so you're so in fear of your life, but you still chose to go out and shovel snow in the middle of the night or book flights to go out of state. Not even thinking if someone wanted to stalk you, don't you think they would have followed you to Las Vegas? Like seriously, all the places she traveled on public tax dollars. Don't you think that the stalker would be going behind her where she is? She done went to DC, came to Atlanta, went to Las Vegas, went to California. Don't you think the stalker would be following you? And oh Lord. Full of shit. All right. Super stupid is the worst. She weaponized her authority over the Dolton Police Department to harass, intimidate, and arrest plaintiff for her protected speech and participation in her local government. What the fuck? Oh. All right, now I see what y'all are saying. Fully. This is why I love reading these court documents, y'all. It gives you the whole picture. These are background facts here. This is indisputable. We don't argue facts, law, and evidence. I mean, it is what it is. You don't accept facts, laws, and evidence, then your mind is trapped in an alternate reality and no one has time for that. This is unbelievable. Arrested because of her protected speech and participation in local government by going to a meeting and telling her she could have just said, kiss my ass. Would have made a difference. Why, of all people, all the people that were criticizing her rightfully so on national television, why was she arrested? Why was she arrested? I mean, how many meetings have we seen where people give the comments, the residents, they come in and give public comments and they don't go to jail? What made Stephanie special for you to want to put her in prison? You took away her liberty and freedom because you're a dumbass, super stupid. Seriously? This is something else. So false imprisonment? Oh my God. All right. Defendant moron's abuse of power has gone on for over a year and caused significant anguish to plaintiff and hampered her ability to engage in First Amendment protected political speech. I can't believe it. What did the judge say when this, like, there is no way she was arrested and did not have to face a judge. Oh my God. The first incident in defendant mayor's violation of plaintiff's constitutional rights, and y'all see here June 11 meeting and arrest, took place at a tea with the trustees meeting on June 11, 2022. Like other Dolton meetings, the meeting was open to the public and featured a public comment section. Plaintiff was present along with a number of other Dolton residents who wished to speak out on village concerns, including the recall process, which was an issue of significant public concern. It went viral. Super stupid went viral because she couldn't keep her ass off social media. She wanted the attention. Now you got it. Deal with it. Whether you like it or not, no one cares. We will never care. The judge won't either once you get indicted. They won't care either. Oh my God. Before the meeting began, plaintiff and several other attendees walked outside. While outside, plaintiff saw Dolton employee Kim Alston placing pro-dum-dum campaign flyers on the windshield of plaintiff's car and other vehicles in the parking lot. Why is Kim Alston always doing something stupid? She peed in an alley. Public urination, indecent exposure. Probably should be on some registry of some sort. Peed in an alley. Picked on other colleagues, or, when she was just unjustly selected to be director of inspection services with no credentials. Then just tortured her employees. And now you going on in people's cars, touching their vehicles to put a campaign flyer on there? I would have stood there, took that damn flyer off my car and ripped it to shreds right then and there and just let all that paper hit the ground. That's it. Are you kidding me? Holy Jesus. You know what? No, I would have taken all those flyers and did a bonfire. Y'all should have came together and did like a bonfire and just danced and joiced and celebrated, burning them dumbass flyers up. Do the dance of your forefathers and just kind of just bless God for the burning of these dumb flyers. That would have been epic. And then live stream it. Plaintiff removed the morons campaign flyers from her windshield. She got all these names coming when she falsely imprisoning people. Like she got the power to do that. Laughable. And the windshields of cars belonging to other attendees who asked her to do so. Plaintiff saw a pile of campaign flyers that were ripped up and cars had apparently driven over them in the parking lot, and she gathered them up to dispose of them inside. Yeah, I wouldn't have done that much. I'm just being honest. Alston saw plaintiff taking the flyer off plaintiff's car. She took the flyer off her own damn car. And then Kim Alston, somehow being a grown-ass woman, went and tattletale. She went and tattletale to super stupid of all people. So the mayor ordered that plaintiff be arrested for taking a flyer off of her own car. Oh my. You can't make this up. You can't make this up. You can't make this up. This is so stupid. You can't make this up. Put my glasses on for my eyeballs start to burn. Good Lord. You order her arrest because she took that shit off her own car that Kim Alston should have never touched. Oh my goodness gracious. Oh, okay. All right. And Alston called the Dolton police to come arrest her mid-meeting because, an inspection director can somehow demand a commissioned police officer some of which didn't even pass their test, shouldn't even been on the force, to come and arrest someone for taking some dumb flyer off of their own vehicle that she pays for. She paid the car note, she paid the car insurance, she pays for the maintenance and repairs, she pays for the gas that goes in it. Not Kim Austin, not Dum Dum, Stephanie Wiedeman. Her own vehicle that she has to pay for. She got arrested for taking some piece of paper off of her own car. Oh my God. Dolton police officer Hobson, Detective DeVries, and Sergeant Harris arrived at the meeting. Why do you need a officer, detective, and a sergeant to arrest one person for taking some bullshit off her own car? Why are they all here? Why are you all here? This is so dumb. Arrived at the meeting and began to search for plaintiff because reasons. They entered the meeting and forcibly escorted her out of the building and arrested her. This arrest was false and in violation of plaintiff's constitutional rights. Defendant officers knew the arrest was false, but arrested plaintiff nonetheless because they didn't have a spine or sack or anything. Defendant officers transported plaintiff to the Dolton Village Police Precinct, where she was processed, cited, and released on a $150 bond. What did the judge say? There's no way this judge should have given her a bond. It should have been, look, I'm dismissing this because you took something off your car. That's it. This is why you're here. Now I just want to get a copy of that police report. Now I want to see that police report. I have to see how they drafted the police report up for her to be processed, cited, and released on a bond. The bond impeded plaintiff's ability to travel outside the Northern District of Illinois. I can't believe a judge didn't even try to get probable cause established and dismissed the case once they heard how stupid it was. Plaintiff was charged with one count of misdemeanor theft, taking off a piece of paper that was not her on her car that she didn't want. Theft of what? Theft under $500 in violation of 720 ILCS 5/16-1-4-1, which is the Illinois statute code. So it's basically Illinois state law. In the case, People v. Weedman 2022 MC, which is a misdemeanor criminal matter, 600-2440. That's the case where she got this damn $150 bond. Plaintiff was forced to retain an attorney who represented her during the pendency of the criminal case. Plaintiff was forced to attend court for months while the case was pending. Plaintiff was limited in her freedom of movement as a result of the fact that she was limited by the strictures of the bond. On March 4/23, the charges against plaintiff were dropped in a matter consistent with her innocence. I mean, duh. It took almost a whole year. Man, these judges, oh child, these judges are something else. They something else. Now y'all see why judges going to jail. This is something else. Let me get some comments in because I just need to take an eye break. I think it is funny. Super Stupid is doing a food box giveaway during the clean house celebration. You know, it's just a sign of desperation because she's such a narcissist. You know, she really wants all this attention on her, even though she lost like hell. She don't want to accept that. But, you know, can you imagine her being around you like, go away, and then she still stay around? But then get mad when you call the police to have her ass removed off your property. Oh, my God. Y'all, no apologies. That was not the first time Alderwoman Chapman was put out of the meeting. I believe it has been about 3 times. Are you serious? Are you serious? Yeah, there's a whole lot of meetings and stuff I didn't watch because I just can't stand the sound of Super Stupid's voice. After like a minute and 42 seconds, I have to speed it up. And this is why I couldn't play the full video because I'm sick of that song. Oh my God. Y'all make sure you hit that like button. We're going over this lawsuit that is something else. It's blowing my mind. Hey, Foxy. At no apology, just me. What I learned this morning from the alderman and another Harvey elective said he was doing it first. 3 times that I have seen. Getting arrested for asking a question. No, she got arrested for taking that dumbass flyer off her own vehicle and picking up the campaign flyers that were on the ground that other residents had taken off their cars and ripped up a little bit and just left it on the ground. So she picked it up, just trying to clean the streets, I guess. I wouldn't have done it. I would have left it there just to prove a point. This is crazy. What a shame. Yes, it is. It's ridiculous. MacMan Morning Show, and I spoke with her today. You can review the video on my page. Okay, I will. After I read this, I'll go check it out. Okay, Foxy Roxy. Okay. Thank you. Hello. Hey, love, help. How you doing? LLC. What's going on? Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers. I want to keep reiterating that. Mothers are the backbone of society. Yes, we are, because we give birth. And we love our kids. We do. I love my children. Hey, Joyce. Tiffany has judges who have pledged loyalty to her. Yeah, they should all be disbarred and removed from the bench as well. Y'all need to start reporting these judges to the Illinois State Bar and the attorneys. Solomon should have already been disbarred. So should have Bo Brindley. They're the worst. And Delgado Law Group. All of them need to be disbarred. This is crazy. I forgot he came to arrest her at a meeting in Dolton. It does. I'm sick of it. Y'all see? Look, a couple of YouTubers was egging that on to my. It's catchy. No, it's not. You're going to get sick of it in like 2 more weeks. Trust me. This is all she had. A stupid song that makes no sense with broken English. She the worst. All right, let's get back to it. I wanted to get some comments up. All right. Who child? So they dropped the charges because, the judge just dropped the ball on it. The mayor continues to weaponize Dolton police against plaintiff to silence her criticism. After June 11, 2022 arrest, plaintiff remained actively involved in Dolton politics. Plaintiff frequently attended town meetings and other public events. Plaintiff actively participated in discussions about Dolton and mayor online, where she often expressed criticism of the mayor, which she has the right to do. We have the right to criticize elected officials in our government. Super Stupid reported these criticisms to the Dolton Police Department and claimed that they made her fear for her safety and the safety of her family. But yet and still, I'm sure everything that Stephanie Wiedeman said is on a video where it can be proven that there was no threat. But yet she went out super stupid. Once again, in many videos, shoveling snow and shit and slush in the middle of the night. Not even with her own child. But somehow she feared for her safety. Didn't care about that. Yep. Oh, God. On September 8, 2022, plaintiff went to a Village of Dolton board meeting. Although the meeting was open to the public, the mayor ordered Dolton police officers in attendance to remove plaintiff from the building. What the? This is ridiculous. Dolton police officer Miles escorted plaintiff out of the building and told her that she wouldn't be able to attend the meeting due to a police report made against her for harassment. What the? That means she got to give every single critic a report for harassment. What the hell? On September 8th, what does that have to do with being able to access a public building and go to a public meeting? So none of Dolton police officers know the law. Got it. This is why they need to be overhauled. Get rid of all of them, including Officer Miles. I can't believe this. He's the one that called Fania and told her what happened to her on that Vegas trip, when he should have done something the night he got that video call from he who will not be named. This is the same officer. Is that the same one? I could be wrong. Okay. Fake Laura Wreck had to be removed. Because you talking about licking stuff and now none of this nonsense. Get a brain. Grow up. Come on now. I don't want to see all that in my chat. My kids watching my videos. Get the hell out of here. It's enough that I use profanity. You don't say words like that. Come on now. God. All right. On September 8, 22, Mayor Henya called. Why not say her name? Dum Dum called the Dolton Police Department to provide additional info on the decision to remove plaintiff from the meeting. She stated that plaintiff had attended a previous board meeting and stared at the mayor. But super stupid. How's that for a stare? The softest, weakest punk on earth. What a punk. Goodness gracious. Officer Miles informed Dum Dum that he did not consider this behavior to be intimidation. Because who would? The mayor continued to use the Dolton police to shut plaintiff out of village meetings and silence her criticism. Plaintiff attended the next Dolton board meeting on September 19, 22. While there, she was confronted by Dolton police officer Mathis, who told her she had to remain quiet during the meeting. You know, because freedom of speech and expression is not a constitutional law that none of these dumbass Dolton police officers seem to be very well versed on. This is why they need an overhaul. As I read through this, it's almost proving why all of them need to go. It needs to be a cleansing and just get all new officers. Internal police reports claim that this was because plaintiff was stalking the mayor by attending board meetings and other public events. Oh my God. They are so going to settle on this. It's not even funny. They don't have any excuse they could ever render to a court of law as to why they did this dumb shit. Good grief. Y'all have to just bear with my profanity because this is awful. I hate to see people just have their rights infringed upon to this degree, where somehow in her alternate reality mindset, someone's stalking her because they showing up and performing their civic duty by going to a public board meeting. Good grief. Why was she hammering on Stephanie Wiedeman again? Not anyone else, no one else went to jail with her. This is something else. Plaintiff was denied the ability to comment during the public comment portion of the meeting. I would not have been denied of that. I would have talked anyway. Yep. Would have done it. No one owes her anything. I would have still gotten up and said what I needed to say. People died for us to have these constitutional rights that we have to be able to have free speech. And the last thing anyone needs is this black ass girl. Because she love reminding us she black. So you got super stupid sitting here trying to infringe upon someone's free speech. Oh, hell no. Nope. On September 28, 22, the mayor hosted a public event titled Conversation with the Township Supervisor at Thornridge High School. Who paid for that event? Plaintiff attended this event and sat quietly in the 8th row, where she engaged in no disruptive behavior. Despite this, Mayor directed Dolton Police to generate a police report based on plaintiff's presence at this public event. Oh, bro. Oh my God. This is why I don't have a temperament for anybody trying to offer a shred or iota of defense for super stupid. This is why. I can't even tolerate the concept of someone trying to humanize this piece of crap. Look how she infringed upon free speech and expression. False arrest. Took someone's liberty and freedom. Then the judge took too damn long to dismiss the charges. Goodness gracious. And you got people sitting here talking about she didn't do anything wrong. The First Amendment is still constitutional law. She broke the damn law. She infringed upon it. And she didn't have the right to do that. Oh, man. August 12, 23. Plaintiff attended a local music festival called the Househead event. How many police reports did she have generated? I want to see them all. I'm going to be honest. I want to see all the police reports. Because, man, there are no exhibits attached to this, but I'm sure there is on file with the court. I want to see all of those police reports. This is something else. The mayor also was in attendance and told Dolton officers on her security detail that plaintiff's presence made her feel uncomfortable and threatened. So take your black ass home then, girl. The next day, plaintiff posted mild criticisms of the mayor in the Facebook group Dolton Politics about attending the event. My criticisms would not have been mild. I would have went all the way there. The mayor read these posts and told Dolton police that they made her fear for her safety and that of her family. Once again, even though she still went out in the middle of the night to shovel snow. Based on the mayor's past weaponization of Dolton police against her, plaintiff sincerely fears that this or other incidents will be used to expose her to baseless criminal liability or to otherwise prevent her from participating in her local government and exercising her First Amendment rights. This is crazy. This is why I'm intolerable to anybody trying to offer a defense on her. I don't give a damn. There's no defending this nonsense. None. This is why they're trying to settle. Because what kind of excuse could you even provide for this? What kind of excuse? That they're going to go to court and get mollywopped. It's a federal lawsuit. If they don't settle with her, these people are going to go to court and get mollywopped. And Super Stupid is no longer able to get, legal services paid by tax dollars here. It should have stopped a long time ago, if you ask me. Should have stopped a long time ago. Many things they should have stopped a long time ago. No, we're not paying it. Kiss our ass. No. These incidents have caused plaintiff to experience loss and substantial mental anguish. Count 1, First Amendment retaliation under 42 U.S.C. 1983, individual defendants. And then, of course, what they are doing is restating paragraphs 1 through 71. Stated that the defendant conduct was intended to extinguish and silence the First Amendment protected free speech, shut down criticism. I'm just kind of skimming over it, y'all, because it's a repeat of the first 71 paragraphs, so to speak. So I don't want to be, redundant with it. The arrest of plaintiff substantially motivated by content, speech, and actions. She engaged in lawful First Amendment activity online and in Dolton. Attended and speech was protected. Targeted and arrested plaintiff because she criticized, because words. Super stupid. This is what gets you riled up. Words. Is it more or less because you can't spell the words or you don't understand the definition of the terms? Because I'm just going to assume that it's both. She was really upset because she just probably couldn't comprehend what the hell Stephanie was saying. Onomatopoeia will go over her head and cause her brain to explode. Y'all got to make sure when you talking to her, for those who still kiss her ass, these goons, make sure you talk to her in 1 and 2 syllable words. You go past 2 syllables, she's gonna get mad. She won't understand none of that. She won't be able to spell the word or define it or comprehend it. It's complex for her. You can't say words past battle. Like, that's 2 syllables. That's it. 2 syllable words and less. That's the cutoff. It's super stupid. Oh. Oh, Lord have mercy. All right. Defendant's actions were objectively unreasonable and undertaken with willfulness and a reckless indifference to the plaintiff's rights. Oh, my God. All right. Wherefore, pursuant to 42 U.S.C., plaintiff demands actual and compensatory damages plus the cost of this action and attorney's fees from defendants. Demands punitive damages since the defendants acted willfully, wantonly, and or reckless disregard of plaintiff's rights. And of course, for whatever other additional relief the court deems equitable and just. Count 2, Fourth Amendment false arrest. So everything is realleged in the first 83 paragraphs. They were acting under the color of law, of course, falsely arresting her on June 11, 22. Violated her Fourth Amendment right. Unreasonable arrest. It's just the second dumbest arrest. I thought the one that Jedi had the other day was something in Flint. No, this probably takes the cake. You said mean words. It's not like she had a casket outside of Super Stupid's house. No, it's just the words. Just words. God. Oh man, count 3. Fourth Amendment malicious prosecution. Yeah. Yeah, malicious prosecution is when you have these these orders come through, or you have an attorney that, files a bunch of lawsuits and documents in bad faith, or a prosecutor just kind of gunning for, a defendant without any probable cause. And it's intended to be more harmful than anything else. Not because they're trying to pursue real justice. They're just doing it out of retaliation and out of spite and vindication, and to shame and embarrass and humiliate the defendant. That's malicious prosecution. All right. It's and judges should be frowning upon that. Somehow these judges up there in Illinois, I guess they just don't give a damn. What the hell? Not going to say all of them, but many of them that I'm reading about in these court documents don't seem to care. After defendants unlawfully arrested plaintiff at the defendant mayor's orders, defendant officers charged plaintiff with theft of property under $500. Lord have mercy. For picking up trash off the street. I would have left him on the floor. After appearing for a hearing and 3 status dates, prosecutor dismissed the case. So it took an act of God. A hearing and 3 status conferences. This status is just kind of like, where are we with the case? Are we still moving forward? Are you guys providing discovery? Let's just do a check-in to see what's happening before we get to the final hearing. Even in a criminal matter, you still have the PMCC is like a preliminary conference hearing or something to that extent, to establish, merit of the case, to ask any questions, either party to the court, to ensure they understand the proceeding and the nature of the cause, the allegations itself, to kind of just lay the groundwork on it. But it took 3 status dates and a appearance for a hearing to finally dismiss the case. Plaintiff's dismissal evidence is that the arrest was made without probable cause, and that defendants executed the arrest as alleged above to silence plaintiff. Defendants' targeting of plaintiffs shows malice, hence the malicious prosecution. This malicious prosecution caused plaintiff emotional distress, fear, anguish, to spend attorney's fees, and loss of liberty as set forth more fully above. This malicious prosecution was unsupported by probable cause, in violation of plaintiff's Fourth Amendment rights. Count 4, Monell claim, and then they realleged the first 94 paragraphs. The fundamental rights under First and Fourth Amendment, not to be falsely detained, maliciously prosecuted, and to be free from retaliation for her protected speech. Let's see. I'm just kind of scrolling. It's 14 pages. We're on page 12. We're almost done. All right. So they're basically just kind of reiterating what they stated above. Let's get to count 5, state malicious prosecution. So the officers did what they did with malice. They commenced and continued to falsely file felony criminal charges against the plaintiff, which is serious. Like I said, the judges just, it didn't seem like they cared either, because how could they not notice this? There were no probable cause for the charges. Charges were terminated in a manner favorable to plaintiff and indicative of the innocence of the plaintiff. Because the judge let 3 status conferences and a whole hearing happen before they decide, okay, no, it's nothing there. Acts of defendant officers as described above were committed in the scope of employment, which is important. They were, on duty. That makes the Village of Dolton liable, which is, what this means. So as principal employer, defendant Village of Dolton is liable for its agents. They hired them. That's it. And this is under doctrine of respondeat superior. All right. Count 6, indemnification. Plaintiff brings state law indemnification claims against the Village of Dolton for any judgment entered against the individual defendants. All right, cool. Wherefore, plaintiff requests that judgment be entered in favor of her and against Dolton for the amounts of any compensatory damages awarded against the individual defendants. Oh, Lord. And then there's a demand for a jury trial. which I'm sure the village of Dolton at this point does not want to go through. Because, yeah, you go in there and they're going to get, I mean, just, oh man, it's going to be epic how this judge, hopefully the judge do the right thing. I would expect the judge to chew some prosecutors and these officers out. Just chew them out. This is crazy. All right, so you guys see the attorney signed this, submitted this. This is well written. Well written. That's the end of it. Oh man, let's get some comments in. This was something else. This was something else. Let's see. Hey Granny G, how you doing? Hey Cheryl Day, how you doing? Let's see here. Just like Flint, Michigan, Jed brought attention to Flint. He was arrested by the narcissist, gaslighting, showboater mayor. Jed went worldwide because of it. I mean, these mayors are just, feeling themselves. They doing too much. It's like they sharing notes on how to be corrupt and dumb and stupid all at the same time. Soulless, evil, heartless, malicious, vindictive, retaliatory, discriminatory. I mean, I could go on and on. This is why I call her super stupid. She was stuck on Stephanie because she was getting foyers on her township movements. That's right. Stephanie Wiedeman did get credit card statements and was in the news saying I could track her whole trip to Vegas with credit card statements. Well done, Stephanie. Well done. 227 people watching. I better see 227 likes. Come on now. Let's get them likes up. I appreciate you all for tuning in. We're going to check out, somebody want me to check out a video. I definitely want to check out the release with Jedi. Just kind of go over that. Is that something else? Y'all know I get caught up in reading these court documents. I had to go back up to figure out what I said I was going to do. Did you all put your channel names in the chat as well? Please put your channel links in the chat. Do that for me if you don't mind. No apologies. Miss Mandy. Anyone else that has a channel, please put the link to your channel in the chat. I don't mind. She was getting them credit cards on her. Stephanie was following the money. Something that the FBI is doing. You don't see super stupid trying to throw the FBI in jail. Good luck to that. Good luck to that, you moron. This is why I say you all go get those food boxes and you just flip it off and keep living. Free speech. Can't do nothing but get mad. You won't be able to do nothing else. Just flip it off and keep going. Just drive away. This is from Lady Luck. I'll take the hit. I'll take the blame. She the worst. Steph came back and helped save the day. Oh yeah, when she won, that was it. When she won that election, that special election, yeah, I know she felt so vindicated. Oh my God, so vindicated. The last thing you need to be is Stephanie is nice. You don't owe her. You didn't owe her nothing. And I would not cover this damn food drive she keep doing. Take that out her check. Garnish her wages. She making enough. Drinking water bill is so sad. Dolton residents are gonna get stuck paying all these settlements. It is. It is. But they, like I said, they need to actually try to go after her to get that money back. They need to take super stupid in her personal capacity, her individual capacity, and take her to court and tell the judge, listen, y'all have been letting her do all this nonsense for 4 years. This is enough. She needs to pay back this village all the money she used to go travel because she thought she was somebody. She tried to be a dictator unto herself. And then got all these trips charged on credit cards that no one told her to get or approve of. So, yeah. No, we're asking for a judgment and garnish her wages. Take the shit out of her check. They did it look, we did it here in Georgia. Mayor Rafiki is understanding why we're not for play. They taking that money out of his check, y'all. He's getting a garnishment. He bought a painting and they was like, nope, you paying that back, pimp. Oh man, it's epic. epic. I know that's right. Ultimate revenge. Go, Stephanie. I know that's right. Hey, Deborah, how you doing? Tip H went rogue as soon as she got in office. Wonder how long it would take the alphabet people to arrest her. We're all praying for it to be swift, but I want it to be intentional, and I want it to be where even if she's offered a plea deal, she still goes to prison. That's what I want. I want that case airtight. All right, airtight. Sue them, get that money. Road tripping. Yeah, they need to get it back from her. Get it out of her assets. Make her sell a car, a house, property, land, whatever she got. Sell that. Yeah, it got to be worth something. At least $10,000, $20,000. We don't care. Sue them, get the money. That's it. Hi, y'all. Hey, Annie. It's okay. You can watch the replay. We went over Squidworth's case update and then Stephanie Wiedeman's lawsuit. Hey, Shares. Thanks, super educated. Kuma Malone. Hey, Prima Donna, how you doing? I did not know Miles arrested Stephanie. Yeah. This is why I love reading these court documents. They're just chock full of goodies. you learn a whole lot. I literally feel like I caught up on everything going on in Flint just reading the lawsuit Jedi filed against the city council. I was like, I don't even need to watch all them videos. I can just read the lawsuit. And it's going to get amended. It's going to get amended. Either way. So, yep. Welcome. Thank you all for tuning in. Make sure you hit that like button. I have more great content. Definitely going to record for the members only. So consider becoming a member. I have a case that is something else, but I'm doing it. Slander and defamation of character is what narcissist, gaslighting, showboater means to destroy you. Yeah, she was so vindictive. She just didn't care about how any of this could come back and backfire. That's why I said she sold her brain and her soul as a 2-for-1 special straight to Lucifer for $4.99. Probably 50% off. She's the worst. She is the worst. Hold on, let me see. I want to know, when a person is under federal investigation, are they allowed to move from the state? They can, but more than likely they're being watched. I know she's not smart enough to kind of put two and two together, but it's no point in running either. I mean, once they're ready to indict her, if they know where she is, which more than likely they will, because they're smarter than her, they'll be able to know exactly where to go get her, have her ass extradited back to Illinois, and ensure that she answers to the charges in a state where she committed all these crimes. I mean, she's clearly breaking laws, and criminals break laws. That's what a crime is. It's a crime to break the law. So there's too many court documents where it outlines all the laws she's violated and broken. It's crazy. But yeah, they can. It depends on if there's a order from the court that comes with the indictment, or as a part of the investigation, the FBI feels that this person might try to flee. They might be a flight risk. They may ask the court to get an order for them to be restrained and to prevent them from, being able to leave. It's not like she's been charged yet or indicted, but the one thing they're going to do is definitely make sure they have some eyes monitoring your moves and they know exactly what you're doing. So this is going to be a huge indictment once it drops. If they are really investigating, and they got the subpoenas that were extraordinarily detailed, especially the first one they dropped. It was like 3 subpoenas in one. And there's a lot of documents that they, requested or come in and testify before grand jury. So the evidence on this is going to be stacked. I know that for sure. Granny G, hands yellow heart red, hands yellow heart red. Oh man. Y'all hit the like button. I appreciate you all for tuning in. Let's get to this video. Yes, Miss Manny reacts. Thank you so much. Thank you, Candia, for putting the link, and no apologies as well. Thank you all so much. Foxy Roxy got a channel. No apologies. Great content creators. Thank you all for tuning in. We're gonna pull up the video of Jedediah's release. Let me see. I'm just trying to close out some stuff I got. All right. Okay. Wait, who has the release? There we go. AK Cole.
Have you ever heard content creators say,
ads, you gotta have them. Can't live without them. Gotta have the ads. Gotta have the ads. All right.
Just so I can explain.
So y'all let me know if you can hear and see in the chat. I did want to kind of touch on this. It's gone on 10. It's been an hour and 25 minutes. Thank you all for hanging in there with me. And, it's Friday night, Friday before Mother's Day. I appreciate all of you. Make sure you hit the like button. Let's get to it.
Explain what's going on. And I thank the people who are here right now for being here. And I'm going to talk about it more in depth a little bit later. But obviously, this was a very, very, very excessive misuse of the law, weaponizing the law, not because there's anything bad, but the mayor's office and the police department is obviously trying to put a different spin on what is constitutionally protected, which is the right to assemble, freedom of speech. The law allows you to express yourself as a citizen, as long as you don't make a threat. If you all really look at the video, I never went on the mayor's property. I stayed on public property, city property. But they know this. And so we'll talk about this a little.
And the police were there when he was protesting, right? Police were out there with the casket and stuff. Hey, YD, how you doing? I'm seeing some new people up in here. It's awesome. Good night, love, helping out. I appreciate you for tuning in. Also, before I go further in this video, Karen Rusty, her dog is having some health issues. If you guys can email me any resources to kind of help her with the expenses for the vet. She's looking into trying to get some help. The dog wasn't feeling well, and y'all know pets are like family. We got to take care of them. So if you guys please email me if you know of any services or foundations or anything that can help her with her veterinarian cost. My email is LadyLuckClubLLC@yahoo.com, and I will forward over to her. I told her I would bring it up tonight because I know there are a lot of people out there who have pets, and it can be expensive. All right, so if you guys know of any resources that can help her with those vet costs for her loved one, her dog Rusty, please email me and I will forward them to her. Let's help her out and help take care of each other in the LLC, y'all. I love it. Appreciate that. And make sure you guys leave your links in the chat. Okay, let's get back to it. Yeah, poor dog. It's sad. West Jed, also victim of a weaponized police force. So anyway, where's the feds to protect us? You know what? I mean, this Mayor Neely person was the one that sent those two wannabe cops out. I still don't know their names. Only one gave a badge number. I don't even know the other one. And they had him go while he was driving to Walmart. Pull him over and arrest him for disturbing the peace. Right, that's the best that mayor could come up with. That's definitely a weaponization of the police force. And then they towed his car. It's so crazy. Yeah, I'm gonna speed this up a little bit for the sake of brevity. I know people don't like for me to speed it up, but I got to speed it up.
A little later, but what they've done is that they've tried to intimidate me the best that they could, by not only incarcerating me, initiating a stop outside of the city, but they also decided to tow my vehicle, a vehicle that I own in my name, that I was not even driving.
Oh my God, can y'all see?
Express permission to allow the person that was in the driver's seat to drive the vehicle, which if you look at policing all across America, as long as there's a licensed driver and you have the permission of the owner, they would have been able to take the car. But the mayor and the police chief are sending a clear message. They're not happy about the federal lawsuit, and they want to manipulate the truth so that the citizens of Flint are not aware of what's really going on. But I want you all to know, as we'll talk about it later, that I'm glad that I was able to experience the...
You know what's so crazy? I went over the lawsuit, and I don't even recall seeing the mayor listed as a defendant. Wasn't it the council members because of a meeting? I don't even recall the mayor being listed as a defendant. So why is the mayor invoking themselves in this, trying to retaliate? I mean, you're gonna be shysty as hell. At least learn how to go sit the hell down somewhere. They just brought attention to the mayor. It's so stupid.
The Genesee County Jail, the sheriff was exceptional. But I got to run into an overcrowded jail with not so great conditions.
I don't know how a sheriff in a jail can be exceptional, but okay.
Takes arrestees from this entire county, but the most of them coming from Flint, but not only from Flint. Flint is manipulating the system and keeping these young men in that jail 72 hours. They're weaponizing the government in the worst way. We'll talk about that later. So they tried to do it to me, but God is a good God
All the time.
Sheldon Neely is a coward. Yeah. And Chief Green
And a dumbass.
is definitely unlawful and corrupt. Yeah. And so we were able to overcome their strategy to try to make sure I stayed in jail for 3 days. I'm out.
So were the two guys that picked him up, what kind? I mean, did they ever clarify what type of task force they're part of? I mean, what unit were they a part of? Is it just called allegedly special operations, even though we don't know who the hell they are? Like, if you really wanted to look these two people up that arrested him, you know, you wouldn't know where to start if you don't know their names. And only one of them had a badge number. So, you know, the fact that they tried to conceal their identity is laughable when they should have been wearing body cameras and it would have been recorded anyway, would it not? It's crazy.
Now I'm here. I don't even know if they know I'm out, but I'm sure they do by now. But I'm here to try to get a release form so that I can then go and get my vehicle from the tow yard. And the people are here to make sure that I'm not mishandled in the process. And I thank the people of Flint for showing up for that. And just for the record, I was really, really worried because people was always telling me about what Flint wouldn't do. The residents of Flint showed up. They've been showing up consistently. Even while I was in jail, I heard about pending protests. People were making phone calls. People were there. And I want y'all to know that matters. And because of the people of Flint, that's why I wasn't in there for 72 hours. So y'all ought to give yourselves a round of applause because that's congratulations to you. Thank you.
But okay, how long was he there? Does anybody know how long he was there? Called special operations. Oh, okay. I guess that's, you know, do whatever the mayor says, speak. Special operations, so general. And they claim to be proud of it, but yet they wouldn't give their name. That's what's so laughable about this. They refuse to give their name. Not even a last name. But yet, they want to do the mayor's bidding. They proud of all this nonsense and didn't want to give their damn name. At least stand on business and give your name. Oh, man. These cops are getting dumber and dumber. Oh, man.
Everybody walking in.
There's so many laws here.
So there's not one other options right now. But as soon as one's available, I'll send them out.
What's your name? I mean, God, can you help me there?
Sorry, what's that?
Hold on, let me turn on the caption.
Okay, so
Mary, move over.
the thing I'm trying to figure out is that a fresh arrest, in my understanding, it happens within the time frame of 24 hours within a complaint, correct?
Yeah, I mean, I'm not here to answer questions.
That's policy. I'm not asking.
I'm not here to answer questions.
Policy, I think that'd be a better question for public information officers.
You can't quote policy?
And I asked an officer on that's
What do you mean you can't quote policy? If you can't quote policy at the police station, what the hell are you doing now? That's why I say these cops are getting dumber and dumber by the day. What do you mean you can't quote policy? Oh, Lord. So I assume he didn't pass his test to be a police officer either. Because wouldn't that be something, if anything, you can quote, especially knowing all the corruption going on, even if they just took time to Google it right then and there. What do you mean you can't quote policy? Based on what law?
engaged me to give your name and badge number in the city of Flint.
Oh my God.
I
gave you my name. We'll get you a sergeant.
Yeah, I would love to. I want to put your sergeant, lieutenant, the captain, the watch commander, anybody.
I do what you guys are doing. I respect it.
Yes. I mean, do it. Just give them the damn sergeant. If you don't want to deal with it, then send it up to the next person in the food chain. How hard is that? The stupidity of this is endless with these dumbass cops in Flint.
So I'll get you something you can give you more accurate information than I can. So then you go here.
Just call your superior.
No, on all the corruption, so don't participate in it. I love
You're on camera, candy camera.
I just work here, man.
I know, I get
Here's how I got my team to use Monday Sales CRM.
I think it's a cop out when I hear that dumb shit. I just work here. I'm just following orders. I don't care.
I
don't care.
I want this message to be specifically to
If he can't quote policy, then that is a matter of him failing to learn his damn job. Period. You're not doing your job when you don't know what the hell you're doing, when you refuse to learn policy. So, no. Unacceptable.
Mayor Neely and to Chief Green. I understand that you are not used to this type of advocacy or people standing up to you or being able to find the truth. What you did was a
This is crazy.
Disrespectful thing to the United States Constitution. It's not just city ordinances that matter, it's the law of the land in which we are united in. Freedom of speech and the right to assemble is not a threat to a righteous politician.
And freedom of the press.
And freedom of the press, absolutely. So what you do here on the city level, that's as far as it's going to go. I don't play with the city government. I definitely am going to take all of this to the federal government. So I'll leave it like this. Mr. Neely, I do not fear you. You cannot manipulate me. Chief Green, I hope you've enjoyed your time.
This is crazy.
Because I might have been inconvenienced for the last few hours. But now you've inherited me for your career. Oh, and to the officers who say you just want me to leave, after I leave here, I will be going to find me a place in Flint. I'm your newest resident.
Hey. At the very least, make sure you amend that federal lawsuit. Because, I mean, this is insanity. You ain't got to move there to do that. Just amend your federal lawsuit. They're going to feel the pinch of it either way. You know, they obviously are doing this to drive them out. You know, and the more they try to push back, the harder, you know, Flint residents are going to continue to, you know, propel behind them and support them. And it's obvious what they're doing. It's so obvious. They're so stupid with it. They're not even trying to cover it up. This is crazy.
Jedi is in town. Big D energy.
Somebody said Big D energy.
I have two very close questions. My understanding about how Flint operates. Number one.
Jedi is in town. Big D energy.
I have two very close questions. My understanding about how Flint operates. Number one. I was wondering if
Big D energy.
Police policy and when you're acting officers, if you're supposed to give them back.
Oh, they're gonna take her in. They're gonna.
Oh, she can help you.
It's not a policy? Okay, so, you know, some people's vision might be impaired, so I'm trying to understand policy, not me. I was arrested, but I've encountered your police officers several times since I've been in the middle of the city, and they have either, they don't give the, identify as a typical police station will give, name and badge. Before you give me a command, I need to know who you are. Absolutely, right? But they don't always comply with that.
Yeah, because that's logic. I mean, that's what I said when we was checking out the arrest video. If you don't want to identify yourself, then I have the right to assume that you're impersonating an officer. That looks like you're with some special task force that no one cares about because you're sitting here acting on behalf of a mayor who's not a damn judge. So no one owes them the benefit of the doubt that they might be cops. You either identify yourself and confirm you are and show your badge or get the hell on. What should have happened is, okay, call 911. Yeah, it's two people out here that got guns and they riding around in the police unit. They trying to arrest somebody and they won't even identify themselves. I think these people are impersonators and they need to, somebody else need to come out here because they act like they don't know their own damn name. That's true. I would have done it. I'm sorry. I would have did that. I would have all the way there. If Mayor Neely is going to go all the way there with his idiocracy, his or her idiocracy. I don't even know if Neely is a man or woman. But if they're going to go all the way there with their idiocracy, I'm going all the way there when it comes to your stupid ass goons being impersonators. Yep. You say a name and not give me any command because I don't have to follow your command if you're not a real commissioned police officer. So step off. That's why you should say your name. It's for the safety of both the police officer and the person they're talking with. You can't give your name, then obviously you're trying to hide something. You're trying to avoid any backlash on this. And the first thing he said was they were excellent. I'm assuming he's talking about the sheriffs in the jail and not the two goons that arrested him. because they weren't sheriffs.
And the second thing that I was wondering is that when there's an active arrest situation that's happening, a special arrest situation that's happening, is that within 24 hours or any time? The circumstances.
Of course it does, Bubba.
Right.
Hey, Diane, happy Mother's Day.
So like, you have 72 hours? What about if it's, okay. So is there a way that I can look up the policy of the department?
Yeah, I will Google it.
We'll do something. I really think so. Did they help you out?
No, yeah, they took him to the back. They took him in the back. That lady right there took him to the back.
And the courthouse.
Jedi, I understand you wanted them to quote their policies, but obviously they're incompetent. They don't know them. I don't expect cops like this to know laws, rules, regulations, or policies of any kind. Next time, you know, one of you guys is there, just Google the policies and read it to them. That adds to that humiliation factor. Read them their own policy. Pull it up and read it to them. Oh, you don't know your policy? Here it is. You go. Now, I have one question. Do you know how to read? I would have made them feel this big about themselves when I was done. This is insanity. Something like this, I don't feel bad about going savage. I don't. And this is light work. I'm not at my full level of savagery. I could get worse.
Say something.
This is crazy.
Is the window closed for the day or something?
I think very much. Is there anybody here?
Yeah, we're trying to get his vehicle out of tow, so we need the paperwork. Yeah, that's what I'm here for, your vehicle.
Is there anyone here to make a police report?
No.
No. You're not here for police report, nobody's in the back yet?
About 10
They're probably at lunch right now or something?
Their lunch say from 12 to 1. Their lunch say from 12 to 1. It is 1:26.
I have no control over them.
Yeah.
So how long they gonna be on
You
lunch?
don't have any. Wait, who are they talking to? He doesn't have control over whether the other employees take lunch if it says 12 to 1. So shouldn't they be back by now at 1 o'clock? So they can't tell time either. Got it.
You can't go back. The woman that just went back your way,
You can't make
she was the
this
one
up.
that got the gentleman and took him to the back.
It's 1:30 almost. So cheap.
They can't tell time.
They take lunch, they get them. Because they sometimes have to leave, they should process currency, so they don't know what-
Sake.
Well, we need our vehicle. We need it before 5 o'clock. So if y'all don't know when they're gonna come back from lunch, we need to know something.
They should have been back at 1.
That's what that says. So we need to get release form.
I'll give them a call. I don't deal with records or.
You don't deal with nothing, do you?
Nope. They do nothing.
Well, we have to do something. We need our vehicle.
Can I get my release form, please? It would be great.
This is insanity.
They trying to hold your vehicle. That lady that went back there, she just took that man back there, him and his wife. Oh, there's no numbers though.
They are literally trying to-
Okay, I'm seeing this counter up there. Was there a ticket or something to grab, or how did this go? It sounds like they had somebody come in and they went before Jedi. So, I mean, what did they do? Have to pull a ticket or something?
Stop me from getting my vehicle. I'm listening to the ladies back there discussing. So they shut down the windows. They're saying they're on lunch. Their lunch should have ended at 1. There are real people in this house. I'm a real person.
These dumbass cops can't tell time, y'all.
What kind of department they have.
They took that man to the back. Yeah, and the lady that went to the back, she's in that over this side. And they're taking care of her over there. Well, she put in a police report. It shouldn't matter.
Yeah, I mean, it wouldn't be first come, first serve.
And they ain't got nowhere for her to sit and fill the paperwork out. She got to fill out.
I mean, there's no ticket to grab. It should be first come, first serve. Wouldn't that be logical?
They took him, so they not on. They were already waiting on him when we walked through the door.
They ain't no lunch. She went in that room right there. She talking to them. Ain't no lunch.
They should have been back from lunch. So the managers don't care how long they take a lunch break.
And to look at the fact that the police department is trying to withhold my vehicle, but they're not going to get my vehicle out of their. I can't even get my vehicle released.
I would say that maybe they
should have never been told.
Put your stuff on there, Jed, if you got to go back there. Why do you have to go back there?
Only you go.
Why do we have to go back there? Nobody else do that when they do that.
You better be
And they
recording.
close the window up. There go Jed.
Hi, I'm Amy Poehler, and I'm standing in front.
No, man. Amy Poehler's funny. Heads. Can't live without him.
Come on out, Jed. Come on out. Come on out.
What the hell is going on?
That'd be good. Get us squared away then.
Wow. Wow. Oh my God.
And they close the window up. There go Jed. Come on out, Jed. Come on
What
out.
the hell?
Come on out. That'd be good. Get us squared away.
Okay, then do a police report. After that.
They should never write the paperwork up and give them the paper.
Wow. What is the deal with them putting their hands on people? Didn't the lady tell him to come through the door? And then somebody else come and push him out? They are bold. You know what I would have done? Some bold response. I don't feel bad about clowning these stupid ass cops up there in Flint. I don't feel bad at all. I can't take them seriously. What was the purpose of pushing him? And the lady wanted him to come through the damn door. What do you mean? What the hell?
They want to let us go, just like they do anybody else. I hear police officer.
It don't matter. He don't need to touch anybody.
They try to do it fast. They try to have me sign the document. It better not be no damage on my car.
I'm sure it look that listen. That's probably the only reason why they wanted to tow it was to either put something in it, put something on it, or just to damage it. So if I were him, I would take it somewhere where I know I can get some sort of detection device scanned around it to see if there's some sort of tracker on it. Because, you know, this mayor is stuck on stupid. Mayor Neely is stuck on stupid, doing the dumbest stuff. You already stealing money. Don't you think you would just want to sit down and F up? Not do dumb things to bring more attention upon yourself? It's no brain at all. They don't use the common sense God gave a billy goat in the Flint City Police Department. None of them. People still out on lunch. That's stealing time. Isn't that time waste, Steph? You get an hour, 12 to 1. Everybody should be back at 1 o'clock, or else you're stealing time. So this is wasting taxpayers' dollars because these goons are still at lunch at 1:30 something when they should only have an hour. By federal law, your lunch break's either 30 minutes or an hour. Unless there's something going on where it's been approved for somebody to have an extended lunch, there's no reason why they should not be open and operating at by 1:05. They should have had the curtains open again. And they want to sit here and act like some cowards. Don't nobody want to be on TV or in the videos. But you work for the police department. You're a public servant. You're going to be captured on videos. They're supposed to be wearing body cameras. Depending on who they like, their position and the situation. This is crazy.
Just saying about all these damages on my vehicle. And then she
Because
said
they done did something. They done did something. They tried to install
La Rue.
listening devices and some tracking devices and shit. That's the game they played our kindergarten
give me
game.
the paper that you just asked me to sign. She snatched the paper. Was like, no. I said, ma'am, I need you to give me. I started putting my signature. I'm reading it, and they snatched it. What do we need to do that for?
Right. That's why they wanted you in that room by yourself.
Most people don't read stuff. I'm not.
And this is the same police department. I'm seeing the comment here. This is the same police department that they came to clean because it stunk. Are you serious? So he actually, I did see part of that video where he was cleaning up a police station. I was wondering, like, what are they doing? They have janitors. they got people on payroll for that. But I mean, it was still a nice gesture. Now look how they treat him. And listen, there's certain times it's okay to be nice, but times like this, I would not do anything beyond, just advocating for the people, not cleaning up no police station when they all dumb and can't read or tell time. Nope.
Oh, yep. That's what you. Oh, don't read it.
And then there was a ton of papers on the back, and I'm trying to look at it. She's man, bro.
They don't like when somebody start reading shit. They just want to.
This is insane.
Okay, that's fine. I'll do this. But can I see the paper that they just took from me? It
No.
can't be. It didn't look like this at all.
If it was the same thing, why you can't see it?
Sir, I'm not trying to be difficult. They had me. Okay,
Are you
please hear me
serious?
out.
He's
There
trying
is
to ask for a
that
document
you
he
all asking me
signed.
to sign. As I'm reading it, it looks strange. So I was trying to read it. There was no need for them to take
Yeah,
the
you got that.
document.
Nope, stop. You over explaining. I just had my signature put on something. I want a copy of it. Why do you have me sign something? You won't give me the actual copy of the document. It's not that difficult, dumbass Flint cop. You want my signature on something. I'm asking for a copy of it. And you're saying I'm being difficult. What the hell? You know what difficulty is? Trying to understand why they refuse to tell time or recognize numbers or read or know a policy or show what you've learned in the actual police academy. What did you learn in the police academy? Because obviously reading was not fundamental for them. This is why I have no quarrels about clowning them, just on the sheer stupidity of it all, because you can't feel bad about these cops acting so stupid. Oh my good Lord.
I'd like to see it and finish signing because if you look, it's not my.
I won't even explain that.
So
Give me the copy of the paper.
What about the other paper? What about the other paper? What about the other paper? Take a picture of that. Yeah, for the sign.
Take a picture.
I'm for you.
Jedi. That's at times you gotta listen more. You gotta listen. Can't be that hard-headed. You should have taken a picture of that document. Period. What was that? Oh my God. Listen to the people around you. You could have just taken a picture on your camera phone right quick. I would have taken the paper, stepped away so he couldn't grab it, and I would have taken a picture front and back. And then signed it and whatever. This is crazy.
By the way. Yeah, I am. Y'all are some dumb fucks. If I ever seen
More of a reason why you should have taken a picture of that document.
But guess what? Not this black boy.
They'll open up.
Wow. Wow. This is something else, man. That was the end of it. Wow. Hey, Loud Room Reacts. Can somebody please drop Loud Room Reacts channel link in the chat? How you doing? Talked to Miss Mandy early. She came through and I told her to please email me so we can collab and link up and do video together. I would love that. She's very sweet. It really shouldn't have even been closed down at lunch. It's called the rotation wire. Both windows closed. Exactly. That's almost like saying we're closing the police station for an hour because no one's at the window. So people got to come back for an hour. Why are they here? They're on payroll. They're already past the time of the actual lunch break. And now you can't even get a rotation out of this? This is coming from the same police department that stunk and where no one can tell time or read. Or they fail to actually learn and understand policies. So I don't expect much from them. I'm be honest. Oh man, morons are morons. This police department is absolute shit show. It's crazy. Dolton was small and easy. 20,000 people. Flint, 80,000 people with dumber cops. Oh my good Lord, y'all. I'm sorry. I'm with you, Sharon. I have the right to read before I sign. I have the right to take a picture of it too. If I feel like you're not gonna give me a copy of this, you want my signature on it. You want my signature on it, which means my name is on it somewhere. Then I have a right to have a copy of this document. I'm not forwarding anything. I'm gonna take a picture of it and have it for my records before I sign it, and then take a picture after I sign it. As a matter of fact, I would have did both. Take a picture before and after you sign that document. That's why I'm like, why did he give it back to him? He should have taken a picture. Take a picture. That guy would have done nothing but got mad. That's it. You wouldn't be able to do anything else. You give me your phone. You took a picture of this. You want my signature on it, you dumbass. Yes. It's crazy. We have to meet up with Jedi to support. Hey, there's more. Is it? There's more than this? AK Cole's video ended. If you guys are in Flint, yeah, go out and support. You know, you guys clearly see the incompetency of the police department and the dumbass mayor. You weaponizing the police, more dumb goons. As opposed to them saying, no, leave us out of it. They sit here and they did the mayor's bidding. And now they want to be mad because they're being blasted out about it. It's embarrassing for them. Oh, well. Dig into that embarrassment. Sometimes that's the only way people learn certain things. You got to embarrass the hell out of them. I done felt that a couple times in my life. They'll be fine. They'll be all right. To answer your question, there's no travel restriction to charges are filed. Mike, yep. That's why I said they hadn't filed charges. It has to be extenuating circumstances to say, well, we got this person on an investigation. We don't want them to leave. You know, they would have to go to court and get something to show probable cause as to why something needs to be signed and administered from the court to keep someone in, you know, at least confided to the state with no charges filed. So, you know, it's unfortunate, but laws. I never said I agree with all laws. I just understand them and you know, follow them as best as I can. Not gonna like all the laws, but they're there. Ugh. Yes, the tow yard. I miss the tow yard. I don't see any. The video ended. I'm assuming you have the video on your channel with the tow yard. Do you have that video? Loud Room Reacts. Does they have video of the truck before it was towed? No damage to be found. Diamond Life. Wee. Sherry, we've been following this a couple of years and never heard all of that about Kim Austin. Exactly. That's why, yeah, you see why I love reading court documents? The juiciness of it all. Some juicy stuff in them court documents. Oh, man. Seems like he needs a good lawyer. Not yet, later on. Okay. Well, I mean, we'll go over it. It's almost 2 hours and it's 10:30. I want you guys to be able to, you know, enjoy your evening a little bit. My kids are kind of waiting around. They want to watch some videos and stuff. So, y'all, it's Mother's Day weekend. All right. Your mom, happy Mother's Day. Even, I don't care if you're biological mom, foster mom, you know, you've adopted, you got pets. You know, our children are our children. Right. So I just want you guys, I want the mothers to please enjoy your weekend. Let your family, your loved ones, your children, your spouse pamper you, you know, and go out and do something different, you know, make it memorable. I appreciate you all tuning in. We'll check out the tow yard video, I guess. In the next live tomorrow, we'll be going live again. You know, weekends is kind of like my more free time to do this. And I do have the video I'm working on for the members only. So become a member. Become a member. Thank you all for rocking with me. Hit the like button. 210 people watching. Y'all, we got more court documents coming up tomorrow. We're going to go over Lawrence Gardner's case docket. Lots of documents in that one. It's the entire case, except a couple documents. Mostly the entire case docket. And we're going to have a good time doing that. That's going to be a little bit more lengthier. So that's why I didn't want to do it tonight with Stephanie Wiedeman's lawsuit. But you guys, make sure you hit the like button. Thank you all for tuning in. It was a great show. Had a good time. Great dialogue. Thank you all for rocking with me. Hit subscribe and share. Make sure you check out the lawsuit with Jedi against Flint. That one's going to go tomorrow evening to members only. So watch it. Get it in. Get the likes up, get the views up before I put it over there in the members only. Because I know it's going to be amended. So I don't want to just have it out there, and I know it's going to be amended one we're going to go over. But thank you all. Happy Mother's Day. Enjoy your night tonight. I know I will, but chill with my kids. And I will see you all tomorrow. We're going to go over Lawrence Gardner's long, lengthy case docket. You guys make sure you take care of yourselves and each other. Good night. And until the next one, lady, look out. Deuces.